God have a message for somebody today, including myself. And the message, this is the question that he wanted me to ask. In your relationship, what is your motive? Because today what we're trying to do is reach out to those of us that say we're children of God. Is your dating in vain? Is that relationship selfish? Because before you set boundaries, you need to know what is your motive for being in that relationship.
Amen.
So in order to set boundaries, you need to be true to yourself and the other person. If the way he chew affects you, it offends you, you know, you sitting there, you eating dinner, because I've heard this, but you're married, but you were dating first, and before you started dating, you was doing whatever, you know, creeping or whatever. But you had to have seen this person eat. Something so simple as chewing food upsets you now in your marriage. There's something wrong with that.
Yes.
Okay? So what is your motive when you're dating? First, you have to know who you are. Are you really saved? You have to ask yourself, because anytime you're doing anything, you have to examine yourself first.
You do.
That's something we all have a problem with. We can't acknowledge that we're wrong. I know that because I used to be like that. I know that because a few months, I think about 7 or 8 months ago, my husband told me, girl, you ain't perfect. I said, me? You know, I was like, really? But you know, in all actuality, when you're around somebody, my husband and I have been around each other for 30 years. We've been married 22 years.
Amen.
But when he tell me something, I take heed to it because he know me. I mean, he sleep, eat, and breathe. This man know me up one side, down the other. He know what time I'm gonna get out of bed. He know if the Lord talking to me, I'm gonna just lay right there with my eyes wide open, like just staring up in his face. Then I finally said, I got to get up and see what the Lord is saying to me, which is what happened, you know, yesterday when God started telling me, this is how I want you to start bringing this message, because somebody needs to understand. If you're trying to set boundaries in a relationship, know who you are first.
Amen.
So we have to know who we are. We hate, the hardest thing for us to do is check our own selves. So she told me to keep it real.
Keep it real.
So we have to ask ourselves, because, see, as humans, we have numerous motivations for why we date somebody. Lots of times we date others for negative reasons. Now let's just keep it real. It could be for looks. It could be for looks. Y'all know y'all want to roll over with somebody looking good next to you. Now, come on, now let's keep it real. It could be for money. It could be pride. It could be revenge. It could be rebound.
Yeah.
So if you're jumping from one relationship into another and you haven't got your ex out your system yet, see, when you start doing that, now let's just keep it real. Speaking spiritually, when you're jumping from bed to bed, man to man, woman to woman, or whatever your situation, you're transferring spirits.
Yes.
You're transferring spirits. Somebody don't know that, and somebody needs to understand that on today, because that's why you're so messed up in the hate. Because you done picked up this person's spirit, you done picked up that person's spirit, and you don't understand what the world is going on with you. But you got all this madness going on inside of you. Somebody need to hear what the word have to say today.
Amen.
I ain't gonna preach, y'all. I promise you I'm not gonna preach, but I'm gonna bring it to you as he said, bring it. And see, some of us get into relationships for some form of entitlement. You know, I'm entitled to that. I want to be in that relationship because they have some type of respect in the community, or they have a position in the church. Well, you can have a position. I have a position. I have several positions. But if I'm not living nothing,
come on,
I'm just going to church. What title attached to it?
Yeah, come on now, it's just it.
And then you wonder why you join church, because this fella here or this woman here have a title in church, but they ain't living nothing. You come home and you living in hell, and you can't figure out what's wrong. It's because you play in church. You can't play with God.
Amen.
See, God looks at the heart of man.
Amen.
Let me move on. Let me move on. Or it could be good reasons. You know, I'm not going to say everything is negative when you get into a relationship. It could be good reasons. I mean, maybe you feel like Ruth, it's time for you to find your Boaz. But see, the word of God lets us know when a man finds when he finds his wife, he found a good thing. He didn't say go search for your Boaz.
No, he didn't say that.
Ruth won't searching for Boaz. See, he found her. See, we be getting it twisted. And then we, you know, I see on Facebook, I'm looking for my Boaz. Well, you ain't Ruth. Ruth was faithful.
Yes.
Ruth was out there working.
Yes.
Okay? When Ruth went to those fields, Boaz saw a good working woman. That's
Amen.
what he saw.
Amen.
He saw a faithful woman.